Why do so many people fail at business? They have all these wishes like travel and riches and lots of friends and to get self-esteem, learn new skills, build a multi-million or sometimes even billion-dollar business. Well, it is possible to achieve these things, especially if you do build a business. However, why do so many people not succeed? So what are some reasons people don't achieve success in business, and how can you actually adjust your behaviors so you do succeed? Well, the reasons are they don't believe they deserve the success. They don't deserve to achieve great results in their lives. And they also don't believe it's possible in some cases. They think it's like a fluke, or someone just had rich parents, or any other number of reasons they come up with that someone else succeeded while they can't. They also believe that they are not capable. They don't have the talent. They're not capable of learning the skill. In the past, they failed. So this time, they believe it is unlikely that they'll succeed because past results indicate possibility for future results, which of course is a bias. I don't believe that, but a lot of people do believe that. So what other reasons do they have for failing in business? Sometimes even before trying. Well, they don't believe the achievement they desire, the achievements are worth the effort. Imagine you need to put in 10 years of work, and then eventually after 10 years of work, you can get every single thing that you desire. Well, it is possible to do this, but it's also possible to fail. And because there's a chance of failing, many people don't want to try. They don't want to put their ego on the line and risk investing those 5 to 10 years of hard work to achieve the results they want. And what other reasons are there? Because the list is quite long. They would prefer to be a victim. Now, I don't know about you, but this seems to be part of the culture in some parts of the world right now. People like being victims. It's good, they say. Well, it's not good for business. It may be good for some people to feel a certain way, but it's not useful for business. If you feel like a victim and you act on it, in fact, you're doing the opposite of what a business owner would do. And some people, they think that if they achieve something amazing, something bad could happen. The tax man could come after them and get them to pay a lot of taxes. Other people, they're also not capable of focusing their mind for a prolonged period of time because they've spent the last 5 to 10 years on Instagram, on social media, and doing like things like buying consumer items without thinking about it, eating food without thinking about it, just unconscious behavior. They just spent 5 to 10 years on that, and they kind of lost the skill that is required to sit down and focus on a task and then execute. This is very common, but a very solvable problem, of course. This is not something, this is not something that you can have forever. You can solve this. So the right way of thinking about this list that I gave you is this is an on-off switch. You either are or you aren't a certain way. In reality, it isn't quite like that. In reality, it's a spectrum. You're somewhere between a 0 and a 10. A 0 in implementation or a 10 implementation. No one is a complete 0 in implementation or a complete 10 in implementation. No one is a complete 0 in self-belief or a complete 10 in self-belief. There is a spectrum, and people are all over the place on the spectrum. And sometimes they're a 9 or so on, let's say, implementation, but a 5 on something else, right? Like it all varies. So for many people, these reasons, they're enough to never even try. They would rather give up their dreams than to try because of one or multiple of these reasons that we discussed. And here's the thing. It is not entirely their fault because we live in a world devoid of any guiding philosophy that most people adhere to. Most people don't have principles or guiding philosophy that they adhere to. They kind of wishy-washy all over the place and go along with the flow, go with what everyone else seems to be doing and what other people seem to be telling them to do. And when other people say this is the way to do it and they seem to be more successful, these people, they say, well, this person seems to be more successful, and whatever I've done, they say that is the wrong way of doing things. So it's automatically true because they are more successful. So what this does is, this allows them to turn off a lot of activity in their head and just go with the flow and just do what's easy and do what doesn't require effort. And in the end, they end up with not a lot of success and not a lot of ability to revert their situation unless they make a decision to start working on their own mind and working on massive implementation, massive work ethic, and learn through small steps how to build stuff. Because life is pretty long and you can achieve incredible results even if you start from scratch today. Now here's the solution. Remember when Batman, in that amazing Batman movie, I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about, was in the cave and everyone was trying to get out of the cave and they just couldn't get out of the cave. There was these big bulky guys, these gymnastic guys, they tried getting out and they would just die basically. They couldn't do it. They couldn't get out of the cave. While Batman, he sat there and he thought long and hard, he made a few attempts, and then he thought his way out. He figured out with his brain how to get out, and that is the solution. You can think your way out. Think, and then use your brain, and then act. And act based on the best solution you can find. Test the solution in the real world through massive implementation. If it doesn't work, adjust, tweak, think again, test it again, and so on. People who succeed are relentless at this. People who succeed, they're relentlessly testing and trying and learning. And that is the difference between people that are stuck in these mindsets and people who escape. And by the way, there's really no one who can do this for you. This is an individual responsibility because an individual can get himself out of this hole. No amount of people can lift you up and then magically you succeed. It needs to be you because only you care about your own success as much as anyone else should. And if you care a lot, other people will also care about your success and they'll help you achieve success. They're never gonna lift you up and make you succeed. That does not exist. So what I want you to do next is I want you to watch the next video, and this video explains how to achieve your first success in business so you can set out on the path of success. Check it out right here, and also click the little subscribe button and bell notification icon so you get notifications about the future videos on this YouTube channel. My name is Aleksander Vitkin. Click on this video here and I'll see you in the next video.